What I just told you is wrong. I lied. No, it's my first finger that's the strong finger. I just realized. And that's the one that plays the look. I don't know, man. Whatever. It goes back and forth. You know what I mean? Yeah, back and forth. That's a good question. My middle finger is very much longer than my first finger. So I realize that's why I don't play as well as I should. Because everything's not as well, but as evenly. You know what I mean? Because I have a natural, strong, weak thing. So I've been maybe thinking about using the two fingers that are the same length, but it's horrible. Yeah, it's bad. So, but I'm going to work on that. You know, that's the thing about myself, and I would like to pass this on to you, is that, man, you can learn all the way through your life, right? And anybody who tells you they're a master, ignore them, because that's what's beautiful about musicians. You never become a master. I don't really like that word because it insinuates that you've learned everything there is to learn. And that's completely impossible. And why would you ever want to do that, you know? I consider myself a learner all the way through my life, man. And I learn from everybody. Every bass player has something I can learn from. And if I don't learn something, at least I can be reminded of something I may have forgotten. You know, I mean, I forgot how good that how good that one sounds, you know? All these things are things that you, as you learn, you forget, or they become not so important, and you can listen to somebody play and it can go, oh yeah, I forgot that. Or you can learn new techniques. I try to learn this every day, try to grow and become better. Let's see, your ear. A lot of musicians, when they're improvising, they feel like they hope that a good solo will come from their fingers. You know, like right before their solo, they go, man, I hope I play a good solo. I hope my fingers have something good for me to do, right? And I want you to understand that your solo doesn't come from your fingers, right? It comes from your ideas, right? When we were learning the solo, I had a friend of mine who was older than me. He was a great soloist. And all we would do all day is scat to each other, sing solos to each other. All day long, we go back and forth at each other, right? And we were practicing. We were really practicing, because then the only step you have to do is figure out how to play what it is you're imagining, right? You've heard people solo, man, who solo with their hands. You can tell, because it's not like speaking. Like, play. Now you see how it's like, I didn't leave a space. I just, as fast as my fingers would go, and as long as it would go, that's how I went, right? But soloing, improvising is like speaking, right? And if I speak all the time really fast, I never leave any spaces, and all I do is go on and on and on, and I never leave any opportunity for you to figure out what I'm saying. It's very difficult to understand what I'm saying, right? That's what I was just doing. But if I say, hold on, check this out. This is very important. This is the thing I want you to focus on. Boom. I've got you focused. You understand exactly what I'm saying. You know to anticipate the next sentence, right? And this is what soloing is. It's just speaking, right? It's just questions and answers. So I'm gonna go back to the blues. I'm gonna do like the basic question and answer thing so you can see what I'm talking about. And as complicated as music gets, it never gets complicated in this respect, that you should think about speaking in phrases. Okay, 1, 2. So when I'm soloing, the only thing I'm doing is playing what I'm thinking, right? It's almost automatic, right? And if somebody plays something to me, I can repeat it to them as if they were speaking to me. If he says good day, I can say good day, right? Because I practice so much with my ear, right? So the way to get to this point is that you have to learn your intervals. You don't need perfect pitch, okay? That's a big fallacy, that perfect pitch allows you to do what I'm doing. You need relative pitch, right? Perfect pitch is when you can pull a note out of the sky, all right? Well, the only time you have to do that is the first note of the show, right? After that, you're hearing music. It's just about knowing if you hear this note, the note that you're imagining, what is it, right? So if I'm in F, I know that's there, right? Dum, dum, right? So I know once I'm in F, I know my intervals, right? So all your ear training courses that are so boring and making you fall asleep, this is really important, right? Developing your ear. Okay, so now you're beginning to recognize the intervals and recognize when you it's the third to the fifth. You know that, right? So you start listening to records, you're listening to other people's solos, and you're learning their solos with your ear, right? And you're learning so much by just fighting, instead of the video, just fighting through and trying to learn it on your own. It's gonna really make you develop as a musician. This is your most valuable tool, all right, your ear. So when you're soloing, you're coming up with ideas and you're playing your ideas. Every once in a while you get stuck. Well, that's when your scales and your fingers can help you connect between your ideas, right? You play a little fast scale to get to some of a cool idea. All right? So think about that, your ear training.